In our exploration of the spiritual landscape, we often overlook the immense power embedded within the present moment, the now. The now is not merely a concept of time, but a profound gateway to deeper awareness and spiritual awakening. It holds the key to transcending our past limitations and fears and unfolding the true potential of our spirit. Today, I invite you to explore with me how embracing the present moment can radically transform your spiritual journey. The present moment is often masked by the noise of our thoughts and the chaos of our external lives. We are constantly bombarded with thoughts about what happened yesterday or worries about what tomorrow might bring. Yet, in the midst of this noise, the present moment offers a quiet space, a sanctuary where true understanding and peace can be found. Have you ever considered how much of your day is spent outside this precious now, lost in the echoes of past or future? The first step in harnessing the power of now is to cultivate a deep awareness of the present. This means becoming mindful of each moment, observing your surroundings, your body, and your thoughts without judgment. Mindfulness practices such as focused breathing, mindful walking, or even attentive listening to the sounds around you can serve as portals into the present moment. These practices slow down the mind's tendency to skip ahead or rewind, anchoring it in the here and now. Why is this anchoring so important? Because it is only in the present that you can truly encounter your authentic self, minus the narratives and masks that the mind constructs. In the now, there is no need for these constructions. There is just the pure being, experiencing life in its fullest, unfiltered form. Imagine the liberation of interacting with the world directly, not through the foggy lens of past experiences or future anxieties. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. Moreover, the present moment is where all true change occurs. If you seek transformation, whether it is spiritual, emotional, or mental, it can only take place now. The past is unchangeable, and the future is not yet accessible. Any healing, any growth, any enlightenment you aspire to achieve can only be initiated in the current moment. How often do you remind yourself that this moment is not just another tick of the clock, but a chance for renewal? Engaging fully with the present also means releasing the weight of past grievances and future worries. This release is not an act of forgetting, but an act of forgiving. Forgiving others, forgiving life's circumstances, and importantly, forgiving yourself. This forgiveness frees up a tremendous amount of energy that was bound up in resentment, fear, or regret. With this newfound energy, what might you then fuel? Embracing the now. The transformative power of acceptance. As we further our journey into understanding the present moment, we encounter the concept of acceptance, a cornerstone in the architecture of spiritual awakening. Acceptance in the context of the now is not about passivity or resignation, but about embracing reality as it presents itself. This acceptance is a dynamic engagement with life, where we meet each moment with openness and readiness. Why is acceptance so transformative? It shifts our perception from resistance to reception. Often we spend energy resisting what is, perhaps because it does not align with our expectations or desires. However, each moment offers a new opportunity, a fresh canvas on which life can paint its lessons. By accepting the present as it is, we align ourselves with the flow of life, making it easier to navigate through its complexities. Consider how resistance manifests in your life. It might appear as tension in the body, a recurring negative thought, or an emotional reaction to certain events. These are indicators that we are not in harmony with the now. To cultivate acceptance, start by observing these signs without judgment. Notice when you resist and gently remind yourself to open up to the moment. This practice is not about suppressing your feelings, but about recognizing them as part of your current experience, which you choose to accept. Acceptance also deepens our connection with ourselves and others. When we accept ourselves as we are, flaws and all, we foster self-compassion. This self-compassion is crucial for spiritual growth as it allows us to be genuine and vulnerable. In turn, this authenticity enhances our relationships with others. People are drawn to genuineness. How often have you felt a deeper connection with someone who was open and real with you? Moreover, acceptance empowers us to act with greater wisdom and effectiveness. When we accept the present moment fully, we gain a clearer understanding of what is within our power to change and what is not. This discernment is vital. It prevents us from expending energy on unchangeable aspects of life and focuses our efforts on areas where we can truly make a difference. Have you ever experienced the clarity that comes when you accept a situation fully and focus your efforts where they count? To live in acceptance is to live in peace. This peace does not mean that challenges cease to exist. Rather, it means that our approach to challenges becomes more fluid and less fraught with unnecessary stress. Imagine facing life's ups and downs with a serene heart and a clear mind, navigating through them with grace rather than grappling with them in constant struggle. As we wrap up this segment on acceptance, take a moment to reflect on how embracing the present moment as it is might change your experience of life. What aspects of your current reality might you view differently if you approach them with acceptance? Unleashing inner strength. The resilience found in the now. Moving deeper into the transformative power of the present moment, we now explore how it cultivates our inner strength and resilience. Living in the now doesn't just help us manage life's challenges, it equips us to thrive amidst them. This part of our journey is about understanding how embracing the present enhances our inner fortitude, enabling us to meet adversity with a poised and steady heart. Resilience is often misunderstood as merely the ability to bounce back from setbacks. However, true resilience is about more than recovery. It's about growth. It's the capacity to face difficulties with courage and to emerge not only intact but improved. The present moment is key to this kind of resilience because it focuses our energies and consciousness on what is actionable and real, rather than on hypothetical scenarios or past defeats. Think about the last time you faced a significant challenge. Where was your focus? Often, our minds wander to past failures that convince us we'll fail again, or we project into the future, imagining catastrophic outcomes. This scattered focus dilutes our energy and undermines our ability to think clearly and act effectively. By anchoring ourselves in the now, we harness all our cognitive and emotional resources to engage fully with the challenge at hand. How might your last challenge have turned out differently if you had remained fully present? Furthermore, being anchored in the now allows us to access inner resources that we might be unaware of. Each of us has a reservoir of courage, wisdom, and adaptability that we can tap into by staying focused in the present. This is because the now is the real arena of life. The past is memory, and the future is imagination, but the now is reality. In reality, there is always a move to make, always a strength to draw upon, which we often overlook if we're distracted by non-present concerns. The practice of mindfulness is particularly potent in developing this resilience. Mindfulness teaches us to observe our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. This detachment is powerful. It means that during tough times, instead of being swamped by emotions or carried away by negative thoughts, We can observe them with calmness and decide how best to act. How often do you find yourself reacting automatically to stress, and how might your response change if you were more mindful? Additionally, the now is where all real change happens. Each moment is a chance to make a choice different from the one before. This ability to choose anew each moment is the essence of resilience. It gives us the power to continually align our actions with our highest intentions, no matter how many times we may have faltered in the past. Isn't it liberating to think that your next moment is an opportunity for renewal, regardless of your previous moments? As we conclude this exploration of resilience, consider the shifts that might occur if you approached every challenge as an opportunity present in the now. How would this perspective change the way you feel about obstacles? How would it change the way you engage with life? The gateway to ultimate freedom. Discovering peace in the power of now. As we approach the culmination of our exploration into the power of the present moment, we turn our attention to the profound peace and freedom that arise when we fully engage with the now. This final segment invites you to understand how living in the present is not only a practice of mindfulness, but a liberation of the soul, a pathway to experiencing life in its purest form. The concept of freedom in the spiritual context often refers to liberation from the constraints of the mind and the illusions of the ego. Our fears, desires, and past experiences frequently shape a reality for us that is far from true freedom. These elements create boundaries that limit our perception of what life could be. But in the power of now, these boundaries begin to dissolve. When you are truly present, the past loses its grip and the future cannot impose anxiety. What does this freedom feel like in your day-to-day life? In the now, freedom is felt as a spaciousness around our experiences. It is the room to breathe, the gap between thoughts, and the pause between actions. This space is not empty but filled with high potential for choice and change. When we live in the moment, we are no longer driven by unconscious motives. Instead, we make conscious choices, which are inherently more aligned with our true selves and our higher purposes. How might your choices differ if they were made in this spacious freedom? Moreover, this freedom brings with it a peace that is both profound and enduring. It is a peace that does not depend on external circumstances but flows from an inner wellspring. This peace is the result of knowing that you can only truly live, act, and experience in the now. All else is memory or fantasy. How often do you find yourself chasing peace in conditions or in achievements that are always one step away in the future? The present moment also offers a unique kind of peace through acceptance. When we accept the now, we align ourselves with the reality of life's flow, where everything has its place and every moment has its value. This acceptance is not about giving up or not caring. Rather, it is an active engagement that says, I am here, fully and without resistance. What could be more peaceful than a state of non-resistance? Finally, living in the now enhances our connection to the universe and to all beings. This interconnectedness reminds us that we are not isolated entities struggling alone, but parts of a grand, dynamic whole. Each moment then becomes an opportunity to experience this connection, to contribute positively to the collective human experience, and to draw strength from the shared journey. How deeply do you feel connected to the larger flow of life? And how might strengthening this connection enhance your peace? As we conclude our exploration, reflect on how the power of now might transform your life. Imagine a life where each moment is lived fully, where freedom and peace are not distant goals, but immediate experiences. This transformation is not just a possibility, it is within your reach, through the simple yet profound act of embracing each moment as it arises. Thank you for walking this path with me, exploring how the greatest power, the power of now, can awaken deeper spiritual insights and fundamentally change how we experience life. Are you ready to step into the present and embrace the peace and freedom waiting there?